Now, the endless battle between Nicki Minaj and Cardi B has been nothing but a roller coaster. From being the most relevant female rapper in the past decade in hip-hop, Nicki Minaj has kinda taken the #2 spot when it comes to being considered the queen in rap. Because we know that in 2017, Cardi B officially became the face for female rappers in hip-hop. She recently dropped her Invasion of Privacy album that broke some records, like being the first female artist to get over 100 million streams in just a single week, and her album sold over 250,000 first week, which is a big accomplishment to say the least. But now, it's almost like Nicki Minaj and Cardi B are forced to go against each other, because that's what the entire world expects from them. Yes, hip-hop is a competition just like any other sport, and everyone should be trying to become the best, but I think when it comes to female rappers, it's a different situation, because if we're gonna keep it all the way real, female rappers are not a big part of hip-hop at the moment, and I think it's unfortunate. Clearly, hip-hop is very much male-dominated, and it's honestly always been like that. This has to do with the fact that rap has always been viewed as a masculine genre, but at the same time, you would think that since it is so easy for everyone to become a rapper nowadays because social media is a thing and there are practically no gatekeepers, there would be more female rappers in a game who are way more influential and have way more impact. But here we have Nicki Minaj and Cardi B, who are the biggest female rappers in a game as we speak, and everybody is analyzing their every move because they are the leaders of that category, and the only two leaders are basically forced to put up a fight against each other. Now imagine this, instead of putting up this battle against each other, what if both Nicki and Cardi decided to come together for a collaboration, not necessarily a song, although I would love to hear that, but a collaboration that goes in the direction of lifting up all the female rappers of the culture. I think this is exactly what we're missing at the moment. Just in general, there's a lack of unity in hip-hop, and the mentality we have is every man and woman for themselves, and it seems like every artist are by default adopting this specific mentality because it's simply the norm. Obviously, every single artist should focus on themselves, but what I'm more worried about is how we all want the drama so bad. We want the female leaders in hip-hop to go against each other and not be good role models for other upcoming female rappers. Now, a couple days ago, Nicki Minaj did an interview and spoke about Cardi B in a very unexpected and emotional way. So let's check out exactly what Nicki Minaj had to say.
And you still did interviews, and y'all all still jumped around that, and just to paint Nicki as the bad person so that you could play the victim. And that really, really hurt me, because I really fully supported her. And up until this recent interview that she did, I had never seen her show me genuine love in an interview. And I could just imagine how many girls wish they could have been on a song with Nicki Minaj. And I mean, I'm not saying it in a cocky way, but like, yikes. I'm not saying that in a cocky way. I'm saying it like, the first thing out of your mouth when someone asks you about a Nicki Minaj feature is, she changed her version. Excuse me? It's because of the Nicki hate parade that she felt the comfortability to address me in that manner. Now,
as you can see, it seems like Nicki is really realizing that Cardi is the hot thing at the moment. And as you could also hear, she addressed the fact that there is a current Nicki hate train going on, which honestly, I'm not gonna deny at all. One of the biggest reasons as to why I think Cardi B is succeeding so much to the point where she's taken the #1 spot over Nicki Minaj is just because she's simply a breath of fresh air. Cardi B really just came out and gave the people what Nicki Minaj couldn't. And after being relevant for such a long time, it seems like Nicki had a hard time experimenting with not just her music, but also her image as an artist. On one side, we have this very polished and flawless artist that barely shows the more real and authentic side of her, and that really just makes her seem not so relatable as a person. And on the other side, we have a person who's not afraid of showing, exploring, and documenting so many different sides of her as a person to the entire world. And everybody loves seeing someone relatable win, because that reminds them that they can also win themselves. You're not gonna be able to connect with the masses if the only thing you're showing off is the perfect version of yourself. Now granted, Nicki Minaj didn't get on top because of her personality, she got on top because of her music and her music only. And that's very different from Cardi, because she is prospering so much because of her persona. And clearly her personality has played a big part in her success as an entertainer, because she did start off as a social media personality on Instagram. Now let's take a look at what Cardi B has to say about Nicki Minaj when it comes to the quote-unquote beef they have.
But I don't really have the time for that. Like, it's like if you ain't my man, or if you're not taking my money from me, you're not stopping my money, then I don't really give a about you. People just want to pin it so much because it's entertainment. but they don't want to handle their own beef. And I spoke to her before in person, just like we talking right now, like this close to each other. So it's just like I always say, like, I don't ever want nobody sneak this in me. If it's something that you could talk it out, you could talk it out, because it's not always rah 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 this, rah 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 that, because we grown. What is it that people expect from me to do or say? I already say she's an amazing artist. I already say I pay my respect to her. I did videos before jamming to her songs. Like, it's like, what do people expect? Like, y'all want me to say something bad. Y'all want to annoy me to the fact that I say something bad.
As you can see, there was a big difference between how Nicki Minaj talked about this entire situation and how Cardi B talked about it. Cardi is clearly very much in her own world and she's very much focused on the success she's currently getting, and Nicki, on the other hand, seems to be the one who's on reaction mode. It feels like she's a little bit threatened by the success Cardi's getting in a way. I'd be lying if I said that competition is not a good thing in hip-hop, because seeing Logic respond to Joyner Lucas was probably one of the most exciting things that has happened in the last month in rap. And it's the same when it comes to what's happening right here. But is competition really what female rappers need at the moment? As much as I love competition, I honestly don't think so. I think what female rappers need is two great leaders who are going to represent them in the best way possible, and that's never gonna be possible unless Cardi B and Nicki Minaj truly work out the issues that they have. Now, what do you personally think about this entire Nicki Minaj versus Cardi B situation? Do you think that there's gonna come a time where there's no battle between these two? Definitely let me know in the comment section below and let's have a discussion about this. By the way, hopefully you didn't miss me too much, because as you might know, I did take a little break from making YouTube videos. After 10 months of uploading consistently on this channel, I did hit a creative block, but now I'm definitely back for good. And I actually visited LA for a couple days to record an interview with the rapper KR, and that will be coming out in about 2 days, so stay tuned for that. Anyway, let's have a discussion about this Cardi B and Nicki Minaj topic. But as always, if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. This channel is all about bringing together people like you who enjoy music and start a discussion on different topics like this. And of course, like the video if you enjoyed it, follow me on all my social media accounts. It's on the screen, and I'm out.